We're gonna pretend it's Halloween, okay? Thank you. Oh my god, brr, it's not hot as fuck outside in Texas. Actually, it's not that bad today. It's 86 degrees. It's been raining like crazy outside. Perfect mood for scary stories. Just in case you wanted to know what they were, they're crosses. So this guy says that when he was 20 years old, he would usually stay really late out with his friends and he wouldn't come home until like 2 or 3 in the morning. On this particular night, he was again hanging out with his friends and they dropped him off down the street around 2 in the morning. He explains how he was always used to the streets being so quiet, everybody being silent, like there was no noise, and that's exactly what it was that night as well. He finally gets to the front door of his house and he's looking in his pockets for the key, and when he finds it, he's about to open the door and he feels a hand on his shoulder. He quickly turns around because obviously he didn't expect anybody to touch him in the shoulder or to be out in the streets, and he realizes that it's his elderly neighbor, and this lady works as helping women give like home births. I forgot the word for it, but there's a specific word for people who do these. Is it a midwife? I think. Let me know if I'm wrong. Seeing that it's his neighbor, he obviously relaxed a little bit, but he notices that she's carrying around this really big pumpkin in her hands. The lady tells the guy, "Can you give this pumpkin to your mom? Tell her that it's from me." Obviously he says yes, gets a pumpkin, and then tells her good night and goes inside his house. When he walks into the house, everything is dark and everybody's asleep, so he just goes and leaves the pumpkin on the table, and then he goes to his room to go to sleep. The following morning, he gets woken up because his mom is screaming at him from the kitchen, yelling for him to get up. He literally runs downstairs because he thinks something is wrong, like something's happening, and he's thinking the worst, like did somebody break in, what's going on? So he runs down there to the kitchen where his mom is. When he gets to the kitchen, he looks at his mom, and his mom is looking annoyed and really pissed off. She's looking at him and saying, "What is this? Last night we went to bed after dinner and this was not on the table. What happened here?" So as she's asking all these questions, he's literally looking at the table because he's not believing what he's seeing. He was still looking at the pumpkin that the lady had brought, but this pumpkin was rotten. There was like worms coming out of it, but that's not what he remembered last night. I mean, he held on to that pumpkin. It was solid. It wasn't spoiled. There was no smell. So he just doesn't know what to make of this. He explained to his mom what happened last night with the neighbor, and he got a little bit mad because she was getting mad at him. So he was like, "Well, why don't you go ask the neighbor why this pumpkin is rotten? Why are you asking me for it? She told me to bring it to you, and it wasn't rotten when she gave it to me. She told me to give it to you, that it was from her, so why don't you go and ask her about it?" The mom wasn't understanding like what neighbor, who told you to give this to me, so he repeated, "The neighbor, the elderly lady, the one who helps the women give birth." Said that his mom got like this really weird look on her face and got mad at him again, and she was like, "Stop saying dumb things. That lady died 2 weeks ago. Who are you talking about?" He had no idea that this lady had passed away, but he kept reassuring his mom that that's the lady who gave him the pumpkin, and honestly they never figured out why that lady gave the pumpkin, why he saw her even though she had died. Like, they are still confused about the entire situation. But what do you guys think? Why would that lady give his mom the pumpkin and then it went rotten? Like, I don't know, that doesn't seem good to me.